Oh, there's a downstairs here as well. Let me just quickly check that place out. This place looks a bit dark. Alright, so it's a food seller type place, okay.
Look at me! Look at me! Okay, that's good. Remember to look at me so you can keep in time. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't... Ladies, keep rehearsing while I talk to this pilgrim. I'm aware he's there. I think the abbess was right to forbid him from coming inside. You've got to understand, the Cythereid order considers music to be holy. It should be used for worship and contemplation, not for dancing. Dancing is so often connected with other immorality. As interesting as it would be to hear a different style of music, I should stay away. I stayed in here after Vespers to rehearse the choir.
Alright, so you've spoken to these two sisters. Let's have a look if there's anyone else here.
Hello again, adventurer. How can I...
Let's talk to her.
It's so exciting that he's come to visit us. I saw him smiling at me when I was outside waiting for you. I kind of wish I could go out and dance. I used to like dancing, but I'm in the order now, and dancing isn't allowed. Adventurer, if I can ask, why are you asking these questions?
Alright, we won't tell her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll never be a full sister if I keep asking questions like that. Sister Anna always told me I shouldn't ask questions. Is there anything else I can do for you, adventurer? I was in the scriptorium, copying a manuscript. I'm still learning how to illuminate the text. I've copied nearly the whole of the Book of Saradomin. I'm quite... Well, I know I shouldn't be, but I'm quite proud of it. Perhaps you'd like to see it after the funeral service, if you're still here. All right. I'll have to check if that's allowed, though. Come back and speak to me after the funeral.
Alright, so that still hasn't completed the questioning of the sisters. So there's a few more I need to speak to, I'm guessing. Alright, so I've spoken to these guys. There's no one here. Let's try going outside and see if anyone's there. I can't actually go here from the looks of it. Unless it's going to let me come up here. Yeah, it's not going to let me. Okay. Ah. Let me just question these guys as well.
Greetings, traveler. All yesterday evening I was in Al-Qarid. I didn't travel up here until this morning. Why are you asking all this anyway? What's going on here? Oh, to Zamrak with you. The abbess can order her sisters not to be curious, but not me.
Alright.
Anna was my friend, and I have a right to know what's happening. This conversation is over.
Hey, you going to the Abbey? Well, if you're heading to the Abbey, you should keep... I can hear him sometimes, when the wind is right.
Alright, can't really actually do anything with that. Okay, let's go in. So it looks like we're missing one of the sisters, who we haven't spoken to. Alright, so we've spoken to her. Spoken to Cecilia as well. We've spoken to her as well, I think.
What is it? I was here in the kitchen. Why? Where should I have been? I went down to the cellar to get some supplies at one point, but the rest of the time I was here. Actually, I noticed something when I was down there. I think someone's been stealing food from the cellar. I bet it was Katerina. Novices have to be taught discipline. I've seen her sneaking an extra cup of wine at meal times. She's the one you should be talking to.
Alright, so I think... Okay. Still got one more maybe, I think.
Hello again, adventurer. She was so holy. She thought about Saradomin all the time, never about herself. I don't know if I'll ever be as holy as that. She interviewed me when I applied to join the Abbey. It was like she could see right into my heart. To be honest, at first, she frightened me. I'm not surprised the other applicant left after she met her. Oh, another applicant came to the Abbey the other day. Her name was Isabella. She disappeared yesterday noon. She probably went home. A lot of applicants realize the life isn't for them and leave.
Interesting.
Hello again, adventurer.
I think I've asked already where she
I was in a
was.
scriptorium.
Yep.
I'm still learning. I'm quite...
Right, let's get rid of that.
Look at me! Look at me! Okay, that's good. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't... She had a powerful voice and a rock-solid sense of rhythm. The whole congregation could listen to her to keep in time. Oh, I'm sorry, she's dead, and all I can think of is how much the choir needed her. I'm too single-minded sometimes. I think she kept us in time in more ways than one, though. She was our moral center, an example of holiness. We all miss her terribly. It's a hymn to Saint Elspeth. I wrote the music, but the words are traditional. Do you know the story of Saint Elspeth and the Ripper? Saint Elspeth was a holy warrior who lived during the God Wars. She sang and played the cithara, and her music was so holy that no demon could bear to hear it. Oh, it's an ancient stringed instrument. It's like a lyre. The lyre was a folk instrument, whereas the cithara was a professional instrument. Well, anyway, that's not important. The Ripper was an assassin demon. It would strike without warning and leave its victims horribly mutilated, stab them through the heart with terrible claws, tear off their faces. Zamorak sent the Ripper to attack a village where Saint Elspeth was staying. It couldn't approach while she was singing, but it waited on the edge of the village. She sang for days, but eventually was too weak to go on. She went out of the village to face the demon alone. She thought it might just kill her and spare the villagers. She fought the demon, and it mortally wounded her. But as she was dying, Saradomin granted her the strength to sing one piercing note so perfect that it struck the demon dead. Her remains lay unburied until the present age. Then, 70 years ago, a group of holy women found them and built this abbey in her memory. That's why music is such an important part of our worship. I don't know. They say some demons can return after being killed, but the God Wars were thousands of years ago. Well, I'd like to think so, but I don't think we're as holy as Saint Elspeth. I hope we never have to find out.
Alright, so I think we've asked her about this.
I stayed in here. I'm aware. You've got to She had a power. Oh, I think.
Alright. So we asked her all the questions. I'm thinking it might be the person who was fixing the clock upstairs. Let's go and find out.
What can I do for you? A part breaks that you'd expect it to hold for years, but that doesn't stop the whole mechanism. It just sets it in a different direction. Saradomin is a better clockmaker than us. Sister Benita was planning to retire as abbess next year. Everyone expected Sister Anna to become the new abbess. But it seems that wasn't Saradomin's plan, so he's taken her away. The clock runs, just not as we'd expected. Huh? Oh, I was a clockmaker.
I think we've asked her about Troubadour outside.
What? There's a... Oh, I'm too...
Alright, so Seems like we're missing something. Let me go talk to Abbess Benita.
Please help us, adventurer. You'll need to... It's not from any of our robes. It looks like it's from some traveling clothes. Her name was Isabella. She was here for a few days. Sister Anna and I both interviewed her. She wasn't allowed to mix much with the other sisters. She stayed in the applicant dormitory, which is directly to the west of this room. It's not unusual for a woman to decide this life isn't for her. We don't pass judgment if someone doesn't say goodbye. I wouldn't say we argued. We disagreed about certain theological issues. We had many invigorating discussions that I suppose an eavesdropper could mistake for arguments. You're not suspecting me, are you? Very well. I suppose it is good that you're thorough. I was here in my office. You might be surprised how much paperwork is involved in running a religious order. I've never seen anyone as devoted to Saradomin as Sister Anna was. All the other sisters looked up to her. I don't know much about her life before the Abbey. All she told me was that she'd led a highly immoral life, and she was glad she'd put it behind her. She was my assistant. She would have been my successor when I eventually retired, and she was also my friend. Please, adventurer, bring her killer to justice. I don't know what he's doing here. I haven't allowed him into the Abbey. The sisters are rehearsing Sister Anna's funeral. The last thing we need is a secular musician tempting them away from their duties.
Right, so it looks like I'm going to have to ask each of the sisters all the questions possible. Earlier I thought it was only to do with the troubadour outside, but looks like I'll have to ask them more questions. Right, let's talk to this guy again.
Greetings, traveler. It's a song about someone I knew a long time ago. I knew her before she joined the Abbey. I tried to talk her out of coming here, but when she made her mind up about something, there was nothing that could stop her. One of the sisters here, Sister Anna, she passed away recently. I knew her before she joined the Abbey, so I've come to pay my respects. I have my ear to the ground. Even a religious order isn't completely cut off from the world.
I think I've asked him
Yesterday
this.
evening I was in Al-Qarid.
Right. Okay, yep. So that's the missing question that we had. I think I'm going to be searching for clues as well. Go up here and have a look. Must be a clue I've missed somewhere. I think I've searched everything here. And the rest of these doors are locked as well.
Don't touch anything, please.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We found some more fragments of the cloth. And this is the room where the other applicant was staying in. I think the only place I haven't searched for all the clues is the place upstairs. Let me quickly go downstairs and have a look if I've missed anything here. Nothing there, okay. Looks like food was taken. Okay. Let's head upstairs.